Welcome. Hi there everybody. Good to be with you, or good to see you. So let's see. Next stream will be on Tuesday the 2nd of September at 10 a.m. and the one after that will be Thursday the 4th of September at 3:30 p.m. Normal time. So hi to Victoria, hi to Patricia, hi to Oksana, hi to Vitali, hi to Maudits, hi to Manisco and Typhor, hi to Alex, and hi to Julia. Great to have you all. So, yeah, a cigar like Fidel Castro. Okay, so, hi Julia. Can you catch diseases from toilet seats? Okay, the subject today is a bit disgusting, but okay, can you catch diseases from toilet seats? So, as you sink down onto a toilet seat used by hundreds of people the same day, you might be wondering how long pathogens in the bathroom. An enticing topic. Okay. So as you sink down onto a toilet seat used by hundreds of regular people the same day, hundreds of thousands of people, Julia, how long do pathogens remain? Welcome, Lando. Good. Other people, strange people. Hundreds of strange people. But strange people mean the people are strange, not that they're strangers. Okay, so of other people. How long do they dwell in bathrooms? Hundreds of sitting people. That's good, Manisco. Hundreds of millions of... How long do they stay in bathrooms? Good. Unknown people. That's good, Alex. Good morning. Okay, live. How long do pathogens live in bathrooms? From Oksana and Victoria. Do pathogens persist? Other and remain from Julia. Of beleaguered people. Okay, so... Other and survive. Hundreds of unknown people. That's good, Victoria. Hi, Sid. Great to see you. Linger. Linger's a good word, Oksana. Survive, probably. Yeah, it's survive. Okay. How long do pathogens survive? Once you set in a public toilet, it can be impossible to resist the feeling of ich. Thrive. How long can they thrive? That's a good word, Patricia. Okay, set foot. Set foot. That's really good. That's the ice cream word, definitely. For Vitaly and Alex. Once you set down, not set down, set foot. Once you set down in. It would be sit down. There is the overwhelming feeling, says Alex, of ick. I think that's both of them you've got right, Alex. The prevalent feeling. Prevalent's a good word, Maurits. Once you set your derriere. Good word, Patricia. The stink feeling. No. The squeamish. Squeamish is wait, somebody who doesn't like blood, who sees blood. The squeamish feeling. I guess squeamish might work. The ruddy feeling. The vomiting feeling, says Manisco. Hi, Dawit, the urgent feeling. Okay, so here we go. Overwhelming feeling of ich. The irresistible feeling. The uneasy is a good word. So once you set foot in a public toilet, it can be impossible to resist the sickening feeling. That's good, Patricia. The overwhelming feeling of ich. Okay. The welling feeling. As in to well up. The welling feeling. Yes, I think you could use the word welling. Welling would mean it's coming to you. It's welling up inside you. And I think, yes, you could use welling. The welling feeling, yes, definitely. High white stripes. This ain't a romantic text, not at all. Of urine splatter, well done, Lando. Pervasive, spreading. An unwelcome feeling to a group. Of urine bubble, no. Clinging onto. The stench, but notice stench, Lando, is also is already a smell. The stench worthy. Because if you add the word smell, it's too much. Spluttered, says Yuri. Splutter is when you're very angry. He spluttered with anger, splattered on. That's it, Yuri. Poured on. Yes, Manisco. Urine stains. Good word, Oksana. The unpleasant scent. That's very good. Oh, I love mephitic from White Stripes. Splattered and mephitic. Repugnant scent. Good, Maldites. Urine droplets. Arg. The unmistakable scent. Nauseating is great, Oksana. The redolent. I think redolent is normally something more pleasant. Urine spread. Spread is good, Typhal. Well done, Typhal. The disgusting spent. Droplets from Julia. Off-putting from Victoria. Droplets is poetic. Overwhelming scent. The overpowering, that's a good word as well. High Renyard. The sight of urine splattered on the toilet seat. And the pungent smell. Pungent. There were some great answers in that one. Well done, people. That was really good. Okay, it can really slam your senses. You might open the door with your elbow. Yep. Over the toilet seat, exactly. Obnoxious. Noxious smell. Very good, Rainyard. Well done, Lando. The end. Cubicle. Very good, Vitali. Cubicle. The whole thing too egregious. That's great, White Stripes. The rattling door. The Johnny door. The steel door. The lavatory door. The entrance door. The bathroom door. Too repugnant to contemplate. Grotty. Grotty. Maybe grotty. Disgusting, overwhelming, the portable, the jackdaw. Gross. Too gross to contemplate. I think that is the stall and gross for Dawit. So, the stall door. The stall is the word for the cubicle. Too horror-inducing. Too gross to contemplate. So, well done, Dawit. Yeah, and well done, Vitali and Lando as well. Gruesome. Gruesome is a great word. Okay. But can you actually catch diseases from sitting on the seat? Or are there the elaborate some people use to avoid contact completely unnecessary? Here's what microbiologists have to say. At a restroom stall, yes, stall or cubicle. Velity. I'm pretty sure I've got a video on velity. Too obnoxious. So just sitting. You need an adverb, Oksana. Yes, merely. That's it, Yuri. Simply sitting. Good, Alex. Only. From Dawit, just. Elaborate methods. Good, White Stripes. Merely sitting for Patricia. That's good. Just sitting. Merely for Julia. Just for Victoria. Elaborate devices. Yeah, elaborate ways. The elaborate rigmarole, good word, Yuri. Elaborate practices, measures, good ones. Strategies, measures, I like. Tactics from Julia. Okay. Techniques. So ice creams for merely and techniques. The elaborate precautions, yes, very definitely. The techniques people use. Here's what microbiologists say. From directly sitting. So, yes, you can catch diseases from toilet seats, but the risk is low, says Jill Roberts. Merely, that's the word, Maurits. It's highly technical for sure. Just sitting, yes, just, merely, only. Generally, surprisingly, is relatively low. A John is a toilet, a portable John. Generally. Technically, well done, Yuri. Extremely low. Potentially, yes, good word, Maurits. Tremendously low, good Maurits. Theoretically, says Yuri and Vitali. That's ice cream words. Theoretically for Dawit as well. Astonishingly. Technically speaking, yes. Turbary. This sounds like something to do with peat. Cutting peat or burning peat. Incredibly low. So we haven't had this last one. Very, very, very small. Very low. Smaller than very low. Significantly. No. Yes, it works, definitely. Significantly low. Subtly low. Negligibly. The risk is negligible, but not if it's negligibly low, it's higher than you might expect. Well done, Vitali. Infinitesimally, diminishingly. Whoops. So theoretically, yes, you can, but it's to dig turf from another peat from another person's land. Turbary writes drastically low, so infinitesimally low. Theoretically, yes, but the risk is infinitesimally low. Okay. Exactly, Patricia. This is a little bit off-putting. So, take sexually transmitted diseases. Most of the bacteria and viruses that can cause them, from gonorrhea to chlamydia, cannot survive for long outside of an organism's body. 2, on a cold hard surface like a toilet seat. Much less, let alone. That's really good. Infinitesimally from calculus class. Yes, you infinitesimal steps, Dawit. Let alone. Very good, Alex. Let alone from Oksana. Much less from White Stripes and Lando. Let alone from Julia. Let alone from Maurits. Let alone from Dawit. Let alone from Vitali. That's really good. That's really good. Yeah, much less, let alone for Renyard. Okay, so let alone on a cold hard seat. Not to mention, yeah, not to mention would work. I think it would. Not to mention on a cold, yeah, it works definitely. Well done, Patricia and Vitali. Such, no, because we haven't had a, such as we haven't had a first example, Sid. Such as on a place such as, on a surface, still less, very good, Victoria, less so on. Okay, that's why it's thought that of STDs can only be take to consider, yes. Hi, Susanta. Another jubation, and routine. Okay, so the majority, says White Stripes and Dawit. The transmission. Too many transmissions, Julia. Via direct contact, good White Stripes. Spreading. Direct contact for the second, yes, Vitali. Yes, Victoria. The majority, good Patricia. Via close contact. You see, the spreading can be transmitted. It's not the spreading. The spread of STDs is via contact. Transmitted via close contact. Via wet contact. I think wet probably works. Via close contact. Good typhal. The majority. Intimate contact is a good word, Alex. I like intimate as well, Victoria. Physical contact. It's better to stay chaste. When you read things like this, yes. So-called venereal diseases. So Dawit, sexually transmitted disease, STD. The contraction. The poems, pure and chaste from afar. The contraction of STDs can only be... No, I don't think contraction works either. The spreading. So, direct contact from Michael Flament. Welcome. Most, yes, Sid. Most and direct contact, definitely, Sid. Osmosis of. Woof. Osmosis through the seat. Venereal. No, I think you could use venereal as well, Dawit. Venereal diseases would certainly work. The most contact, though, is STDs. Unlucky enough, says Oksana. Unlucky enough, says Julia. Unlucky enough, says Dawit. And at risk. Very good, Oksana. Unlucky enough to transfer. Good, Patricia. Good, Maurits. To be high risk. To be at risk is the collocate. One would have to be unlucky indeed. Good word, White Stripes. At risk for Maurits. At risk for Lando. At risk for Patricia. That's very good. One would have to be unlucky enough to be at risk. To be at risk. Indeed works quite nicely. Yeah. One would have to be unlucky indeed to do this. Unlucky enough, be at risk. I'm not sure it's something most people would want, Michael. So while it's good to be and maintain hygienic practices such as avoiding toilet seats that are obviously contaminated, it's not something that should keep you up at To be cautious. Extremely unlucky. Yes, Sid. At night. Cautious and night. Good, Oksana and Lando. I go and find somewhere outside, Patricia. Cautious for Maurits. Cherry. Good word, Yuri. Keep you up at night. Alert. Good word, Maurits. Wary for Yuri. Cautious and at night, says White Stripes. At night, says Maurits. Vigilant. Notice with a vigilante is somebody who takes the law into their own hands. Somebody who dispenses justice, but they're not a law. They're not official. At night. Precocious Renyard talks about a child prodigy, a child who has developed a lot of skills very early. Okay, to be safe and Batman. Be careful and maintain. Arrested for indecent exposure. Okay, good, Victoria. So while it's good to be cautious, this isn't something that should keep you up at night. If vigilantes believe the law is broken, they take the matter into their own hands. Yes, thou it. Okay. If toilet seats could easily transfer STDs, we would see them frequently, all age groups, and in people with no history of sexual, says Roberts. Prudent, good word, Tyfor. Well done, Tyfor. Across, says Vitali, among history of sexual history. Too many histories, White Stripes. Throughout, good word, Lando. Across, says Oksana. Intercourse, yes, Dawit, definitely. Diseases, yes, Lando. Frequently among. Intercourse, interactions. History, says Patricia. Across and intercourse for Julia. Disease, says Lando. Maurits for Victoria. Yeah, the history of history, no. Across. All over all. Good, Manisco. Across all. Amidst all. Good, Michael. Contact. Contact is a good word, Victoria. It's more neutral. Of diseases. Yes, Maurits. Yes, disease. I like disease uncountable probably better. Okay, so let's see it. Activity. Behaviour, yes. I think I might accept behaviour as well. So we would see them across and activity. In fact, infect. We would see them frequently infect, contaminate all age groups. Promiscuity. Okay, promiscuity is lots of sex, Renyard. So, similarly, Robert says you're to catch a bloodborne disease from a toilet seat like salacious. Yes, salacious is more sexy. Promiscuous goes to bed with a lot of people. So your activity is correct. Yes, Patricia, and it's worth an ice cream. Unlikely. Alone. Good work, White Stripes. Unlikely to. Likelier. Without more context, you could be right, Maurits. About to, a seat alone from Alex. Good. A seat alone from Oksana. Likely and alone. Unlikely. Either. I like either. That's a good word, Renya. Hi, Jobs. Great to have you. I remember you, Jobs. Simple, without problem. Unlikely to catch. Good, Oksana. Hi, Ranchodas. Yeah, I learn new things the whole time, Ranchodas. You're unlikely to catch from, you see, I would say from the use of a toilet seat, Sid. Unlikely and alone. Good, Julia. Okay, is out of bounds illicit, but not too much. Either is a good word. Ha! I'm omniscient. Omniscient. Unfortunately, I'm not. No ice cream, please, here. I haven't been mentioning them, Patricia. From toilet seat usage. Yes, that would work, I guess. So, unlikely, either. Well done, those of you who got that. Sorry. Wow, thank you, Alex. That's really generous of you, mate. Thank you. Okay. I better wait for this to move through. Thank you, Alex. Thank you. That's really kind of you, sir. It really is. With the article, the prize should be changed. I think the prize is probably a visit to the doctors. Okay, thank you, Michael. Chased. A chased bird is as rare as hen's teeth. I love it. That's very good, Vitaly. So smash the like button. Bless me, thank you. Okay, so for a start, she thinks you'd see and somebody's blood if it was on the toilet seat. Yes, thank you, Alex. It's really kind of you. Very good, Maurits. Avoid. Good, Maurits. You'd see and wonder. I guess wonder works, jobs. And smell. Yeah, it would work, White Stripes. And smell. Yes, Lando. Avoid. I like avoid a lot more, Renyard. And avoid. Yes, Alex. And you'd see and observe. It needs to be something different, Victoria. See and observe both. See and avoid. You see, there you go. Avoid gets the prize for this one. Okay, you'd see and avoid blood on the seat. I think so too. In any case, it would not easily transmit blood-borne in the absence of sexual activity or injection with contaminated needles, she says. Hi, don't trust. If you're a vampire. A chic toilet where it can be only done with your amoureux. Some people have a very strong sense of smell. Bloodborne maladies, good word. Diseases, good word. Diseases, pathogens, says Dawit. Viruses, it's going to have to be plural, Yuri. Diseases. Decease is another misprint, Victoria. To decease is to die. Diseases, says Patricia. Diseases, says Julia. Infection, good word, Michael. Or is it Michel? Michel Flamand. It looks like Michel. Viruses, said Patricia. Pathogens, infections, bacterias, yes. Or bacteria. Bacteria is already plural. So thank you again, Alex. That's really kind of you. In any case, it would not easily transmit blood-borne pathogens in the absence of pathogens. Infusoria, diseases, she says. What can you get? There are some exceptions. Yeah, 1 bacterium, 2 bacteria. Thank you, Alex. What can you get? There are what you can get. There are some exceptions of longer sexually transmitted diseases, STD, though. Longer with a marble floor. Oh. Longer lived for Dowitz, longer lingering. Yeah, longer lingering would work. That's my pleasure, Michelle. Longer viable, longer lasting, longer lived, longer life. I guess, but longer lived, longer enduring. Thrive, no. Not hatching, no. Longer lasting, yes, Michelle. Freshwater infusoria, freshwater microorganisms, longer surviving, longer lasting, short-lived and longer lived, absolutely, Dawit, longer lasting. Some people even have allergies to strong perfumes. You don't need the word smell, Victoria, because perfume by definition is to the smell of strong perfumes. Okay? You can't use the apostrophe for objects. The apostrophe is for people, for living things. Longer lingering. I love it. Longer thriving. It was an infusoria yesterday. Yes. So longer lived. Longer lived. Longer sharing and longer cheating. Okay. HPV, human papillomaviruses, which can cause genital warts. A wart is like a little growth. Can around for up to a week on surfaces, although it depends on several. Yeah, absolutely. I quite agree with Maurits. The suggestions are wonderful. Stick around. Dawit gets an ice cream, definitely. To stick around. Good, Vitaly and Yuri. Can survive, but not with the around, Lando. This around can survive for up to a week. Can stick around. Can languish around. Factors. Languish is good. Several factors for Yuri. Stick around, says Oksana. Stick and factors for Maurits. Variables, good word, Lando. Several factors from Alex. Stick and factors from Julia. On several strains. Not on the strains. Stick around and factors for Rainyard. Hang around, good Sid. Factors on good Sid. Several characteristics. Yes, Oksana. Several factors. Can linger around. Definitely white stripes. I think we still haven't had the answer to the first one. Stick around. Less informal. Can stick around. Can stick around and hover around. Can what around? Simple word. Can around. Stick around is close. It's a phrasal verb, same meaning as stick around. Can continue around. Can live around, not live. Can get around. Get around is moving. What goes around, stay. Stay around. Well done, Maurits. Stick around. Good. Okay. Hi, Darth. Hang around. That's great. Okay. Depends on several factors. Stay. Yeah. Can stay around. These viruses are very small and have a very stable protein shells that give them a longer in the environment, says Karen Douce. Can linger around. Good. Well done, White Stripes. Well done, Vitali. Shelf life is the amount of time that a product can stay on the shelf of a supermarket. Good, Julia. Longer lifespans. Yes, Lando. Okay, so let's go on. I think we're nearly finished here. Okay, shelf life. The shelf life of a product. Have a longer longevity. The problem is already there's the word longer is there. A longer shelf life. Till it could be applied to pathogens. Life duration. Yeah, that's the idea. HPV tends to be resistant to hand and requires a concentration of 10% bleach to destroy that protective protein shell. Life terms. No, Darth. Good to see you laugh. Sanitizers. Very good. Shelf life can extend beyond food. That's why it's in quotes, exactly. Shelf life. That durable protective shell. Durable is a good word. Well done, Oksana. Sanitizers and durable. Resistant. Yes, we've got to resistance though. To hand washing. Yes, Renyard. Hand sanitizers. Good, Lando. Hand washing. Yes, yo Argentino. So now we've got two Argentinos. Hand sanitizers. Yes. Resistant. Hand resistant. Hand washing. That pathogen. No. That hardened. Good word, Lando. That resistant. Okay, no, this is a hard class, Michelle. Hand washing, hand resist. That pesky protective protein shell. I love it. Tough, good word, thou wit. Durable. Okay, so hand sanitizers and that tough protective shell. Another ice cream for Dawit for tough. Tough, durable. Still, these viruses can only make their into your body if the skin of your genital area is compromised, says Douce, with a rash or a wound while you're sitting on the toilet. Hardy, that's a good word, Victoria. Hardy is a very good word, Victoria. No, it's not the sweetest of topics today, Patricia. Their way, good Oksana, good Julia, good Dawit, good Maurits, good Alex. Make their passage, good word, Vitali. Make their way, well done, Patricia. The skin barrier, good word, but Oksana, I think you've got both of these. The skin surface, good Alex. Make their way, good Sid. Surface for Lando, their way for Renyard and Julia. Skin barrier, says Yuri. Passage and way, make their way through, make their way into, make their passage. Yes, yes, Darth. Well done, Darth. Their way, says Victoria, is the skin epidermis. Yes, Renyard, I would say epidermis. Barricade is probably a bit over the top. The surface, the epidermis, the skin barrier. The barrier is something that keeps things back. The border. The border is the edge between two things. Okay, so their way and barrier. They wiggle into our bodies. is the skin barrier. Good work, Sid. And that's it for today. Well done, all of you. Thank you very much. And a special thanks to Alex for the donation. So, next stream is on Tuesday, the 2nd of September at 10 a.m. UK time. Then Thursday, 4th September at 3:30 UK time. So thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Oksana. A disgustingly wonderful class. It's been a pleasure having you, Julia. Thank you, Manisco. Thank you, Darth. Thank you, Sid. Thank you, Alex. A particular thank you to you. Thank you, Lando. Thank you, Patricia. Thank you, Patito Garcia. So let's do this properly now. Thank you to Alex and Darth. Thank you to Dawit and Julia. Thank you to Lando and Manisco and Maurice. Thank you to Michel Flamand. Thank you to Oksana and Patito. Thank you to Patricia and Renyard and Sid and Typhoon. Thank you to Victoria. Thank you to Yo Argentino. Thank you to Yuri. Thank you to Vitali. And thank you to White Stripes. And a particular extra thank you to Alex. So thank you very much. I hope to see you all next week. You're stoked to be at the live stream. That's great. My pleasure, Jasmine. Great to see you, Jasmine. Yeah, goodbye, people. Thanks. You've done it. You've done really well today. This is not the easiest of exercises. So thank you all, and